Jean.
Hi.
Thank you for being willing to be interviewed about your role in the social work program today. So I'd like to start by asking you, what made you pick social work for a career?
You know, I've always been interested in helping people through counseling. And I actually got my undergraduate degree in math and computer science with the intention of doing software development. And so I was working as an engineer for a few years, and even in the midst of all that, I really felt the heart to continue to pursue that interest in helping people. So in the process of looking into different schoolings for counseling, I was led to go into social work. Many people had, this was many years ago, and many people had recommended that I go back to school in social work to pursue counseling.
Wow, that's quite a career change from engineering to social work. But
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't regret it any bit.
Right. So you ultimately developed an expertise in Asian American adult mental health. Can you tell us how you arrived at that specialty?
Okay. Well, as I mentioned, I was really focused on becoming a counselor in a more private practice setting, working with children and families. So when I was placed in a mental health setting with Asian Americans, it was in my second year field placement in my MSW program. And at that time, I had very little idea of what mental health was, nor was I even interested, because again, I'm just really focused on becoming a counselor. So then it was through that experience in that internship setting that it changed my perspective of helping people. And I got a greater picture of what helping people was through the lens of a social worker. And it just changed everything. And my background, being bilingual and bicultural in Korean, has really contributed to helping me help my clients even better. And not just through learning about treating clients with mental health issues, I've also worked with their families, because in Asian American families, families are very important. So you cannot just treat the individual alone, you have to work with the families. So I had many opportunities to work with the families, educate them on mental illness, help them deal with the stigma of mental illness and cope with mental illness, and just all the different aspects of it. Besides treatment, I did a lot of education, a lot of advocacy. A lot of these people, because of the language and cultural barriers, they did not know what kind of services were out there for them to tap into. So helping them be more aware of that, and then giving them access to that, that just really just got me excited and just changed everything about why I even went to social work school in the first place. And so I came out just really wanting to go into social work, and specifically in mental health with Asian Americans adults. You know, initially I was actually a child, youth and families concentration, but I came out just wanting to work with adults and older adults.
Okay, great. And so a few years ago, you transitioned into a full-time role at APU, and I know you still do some private practice counseling.
Yes.
What made you want to become a field instructor at APU, or a field faculty member?
Yes, well, like I mentioned, my field placement in my second year just really changed the course of my career and my perspective on social work. And so I truly believe that the field placement experience is really where the rubber meets the road, where really social work experience happens. That's the place where you could apply what you learn in your classroom into the field. And therefore, I wanted to be part of that process where I help organize the field placement process for the students. I know it can be a very nerve-wracking, anxiety-provoking experience, especially for the first year to enter into field. So I wanted to be part of that process and helping them ease that transition into field practice. And I just believe in field, in social work. I know, and for me personally, I think in my MSW program, what stood out the most was my field internship experience, and therefore I want to be able to provide that similar experience, just helping students be able to see what really social work is all about.
Mhm.
So by being a field faculty, that's how I decided to
Yeah.
be part of that.
I know our field team here puts a lot of effort into really trying to carefully match
Mhm.
students to
Mhm.
placements that would be reasonably close to where they live,
Mhm.
match their interests,
Mhm.
that it'd be a good mutual fit. What advice would you give to students about to go into a new placement, whether it was their first or second one,
Mhm.
when they are nervous?
My advice would be go in with the posture of a learner. Go in to learn. You're an intern. You're not expected to know everything, and they all know that at the internship
Mhm.
sites. So be open to learning, no matter what kind of experience you came in with. I came in with 6 years of life experience, and yet I wanted to learn so much and absorb so much. So my advice would be to just go in and absorb so much, learn a lot. And the other thing too is network and talk to as many people as you can. Network with the people at the agencies. When you go out to trainings, network with those people from other agencies or even the
Mhm.
trainer. If you're at meetings, talk to people. Don't just stay isolated, but go out there and talk to people and
Mhm.
network. Because networking helped me get so many of my jobs throughout my career. And I truly believe in networking, the power of networking, and just establishing these relationships with people in the community. And that could help benefit their career and also their learning as well.
Yeah, and then of course the students have a field internship supervisor at the site,
Mhm.
and then they have the field liaison at the university. What is the role of the field liaison? And so the students are in a field seminar class at the same time they're at their agency. What is the purpose of the seminar class?
Right. What I do appreciate so much about the MSW program is that not only when the students are in their internships with their field instructor, which is also what we call supervisor on site, the university provides what we call a field faculty liaison that provides, that acts as a bridge between the university and the field agency for the student. And so the field faculty liaison, not only do they teach a weekly seminar class to help process their experience in field, and but also to provide support, mentorship, and just really helping them, ensuring that the process in their field internship is going smoothly and being that bridge between the university and the field internship site.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Wow. Thank you for all the work you do. I see your commitment to students and helping them through that kind of scary part in the beginning.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Thank you.